Ever wonder how artists go from unknown to unforgettable? The University of Arts and Design just launched How Artists Become Known. It's a free seminar series, and we're starting with Van Gogh. Watch now at uad.education. 2026 has been an interesting year because I have started designing again, and I have to admit, it's been pretty successful. I think that while everybody has been concerned about economy and a number of other things, it has been surprising to me that I've been able to get back into the game of design after taking a few years break with all the education stuff I've been doing and seeing how well it still continues to work. So I thought I would spend this episode of the Make and Design podcast with, I'm Carina Gardner, to talk about things that are really working amongst the designers that are still doing well in design online. And I am hopeful that this will help you as you're trying to figure out how you're going to turn that art into something that is yours, that's profitable, that's cool, that has a great business behind it, that it will inspire you to keep going or to figure out what you need to change to become better. I'm going to go over 3 things that I think are probably the most important and the ones that I see doing, the people who are doing the best are doing these things. The first one is not going to be a surprise to you guys because I talk about it all the time. And I think the word that comes to mind is consistency. But even more than that, you guys, we're talking about literally putting in 10, 20, 30 products per week and really being consistent in a way that their quality of products are excellent, the interest level among their products are there, that they are really catering to the consumer, okay? So like that consistency to continually provide artwork is so important. It's probably the missing piece most people have. They think they're being consistent, but they're not. They've put in 1 or 2 things. They've put in one thing this last month. They think I'm being consistent. And I am telling you, it's like that volume mixed with consistency, okay? So that's the first thing. Just sheer consistency. I personally got back on the bandwagon and I'm like, oh yeah, this consistency thing I've been teaching, I forgot. It totally works, right? Which is pretty fun. Okay, the second thing is a unique and marketable product. If you are doing certain products that are pretty old at this point that people aren't interested in, yeah, it's going to be tough to sell. How do you figure out what those products are? Guys, you've got to do the research. So it is a mix of your personal style, like what you personally like to create, plus making something that the market actually has a use for. If you are making something that everybody else has and you are new to design, it means you're just in the early years. You've got to find your place in it. That means you need to make more stuff and figure out what's going to work for you. And so finding that marketable, unique design, art, style, it does take time and it takes that consistency and volume of product to get you there. Sometimes we don't dig down deep enough to consider what is really going to be necessary for us to win at this. And I am telling you, you're going to have to work really hard at this. Making a unique product at the beginning is difficult because you haven't gotten out what I call all the goobly guck that's in your design system. This is why the thumbnail exercise works so well for my university students. We have to get out of our system everything that we have seen, that we know works, until we get to that which is unique to us. And I can promise you there is something unique that you have to share, but you've been so busy making the stuff that everybody else out there has done that you're just not there yet. And you might be like, well, Carina, how do I avoid that? You can't. It is a process. Every designer, every artist goes through. It's like we've got to do all of this stuff till we get to this place where we're like, oh, this is me. This is what I like to do. This is what people are going to know me for, right? Which brings me to number 3, and this one is the hardest one to hear, especially because for so many years I told you guys you don't have to do social media. Well, you don't, okay? You really don't. except for there's this little problem, and that is I'm starting to see a ceiling on the amount of money you make when you haven't built a brand. So number 3 is a brand. You have to build a brand. And I know that's so hard to hear because we as designers, we're introverts. We just want to do our art and then we just want to put it up to sell and we don't want anybody to know who we are. But the more I've been in this, the more I've seen that yes, can you make money without putting stuff on social media? 100%. In fact, that's the way you should do things to begin with, because you need to see if your sales have wings to help you fly, right? So you got to make some sales. But there does come a point where if you don't start building a brand and an audience and having people follow you, it's very difficult to get that repeat customer or that repeat sale, especially on really big platforms like Amazon and Etsy. And so because of that, we have to start building some personalization into the way that we talk to the people that are buying our stuff, right? We want them to know us, know why we're making it. Makes it far more exciting to buy from someone we actually know. And so that is like the missing piece a lot of my designers don't have. And that's because they're unwilling to make videos, or they don't have time to make videos, or they're unwilling to add scheduling social media or posting into what they're doing, or maybe starting an email list. All of these small business tactics will help get you there. And that is really all about helping people get to know you and your brand and what you have that they might be interested in. And so I would say number 3 is probably the biggest one. I think it's time, if you've been listening to this podcast for a little while, it is time to start building your brand. And I do think, especially personal brands, this is a really powerful thing. They've done some studies that have shown that personal brands, even of doctors, attorneys, these things matter to us because there's a lot of word of mouth that goes around. Same thing is true as a designer and artist, maybe even more so true. So go out and build that brand. These are the 3 things I think will help you the most as you move forward as a designer, as an artist who owns a business. And that is first, that consistency, maybe mix it in with a little bit of volume there. Number 2 is that unique and marketable product. And number 3 is it's time to build a brand, guys. These are the things my designers who are really, really doing well, and you guys doing very well, are doing. And a lot of times I get the question, can you make 6 figures as a designer? Yes, not only can you do that, but you can do so much more with it. There's so much freedom to be had in becoming a designer or an artist, and that's why I really love it. You know, sometimes people don't want to own their business. They want to work in a corporate setting. That's an amazing thing too. Sometimes we get designers who end up as freelancers. That's amazing too. So there's so much here for you. Just look around, start doing the work, and start doing the research necessary so that you can make it as a designer in this business. And of course, if you're like, I need more education around this, which truthfully most of us do, come check us out at the University of Arts and Design. That's at uad.education. You might be interested to see how we're helping our designers build businesses. And I want you to keep on working and growing, because this is a really, really amazing work that so many of us are doing. And it's a lovely work. As I've been designing this last year, again, I forgot just how much I enjoyed it and how much I look forward to my time actually doing the design work. So I hope that's you as well. And I'm just going to tell you, keep on going. These 3 things, they will happen to you. You just need to put forth the work to make it happen.
Want to hang out more? Go to designsuitecourses.com/free to get our weekly freebies and patterns, die cut files, and more. Can't wait to see you there. I have a gift for you. My 3rd book, The Intentional Design Year, is out, and I want to give you access to read it. To get the digital copy for 1 month for free, go to www.designsuitecourses.com/intentional. Make sure and do the www. Because for some reason, that's the only way it will work. Anyway, this will get you free access to read the book for an entire month. If you love it, you can always go to Amazon and get the whole book plus the prompt journal.